The story unfolds in the picturesque Scottish town of Pebbles, where Hallam Foe, a peculiar and lonely young man, spends his days spying on his neighbors. From the treetops, he observes their private lives, carefully noting their secrets. One day, his curious habits lead him to witness a shocking scene. His friend in a compromising situation with a girl in the woods. Fueled by his odd sense of humor, Hallam dons a primitive disguise and leaps from his treehouse to confront them. But his antics don't amuse anyone. The girl, furious and embarrassed, threatens to report him to her older brother. Feeling unwelcome, Hallam retreats to his refuge, a treehouse filled with memories of his late mother. Before leaving, he bids an emotional goodbye to a portrait of her. Returning home, he disrupts his sister Lucy's preparations for university. At a family dinner hosted by their father Julius, Hallam feels out of place. The warmth of family has faded since his mother's passing. Julius, now married to his former secretary Verity, seems oblivious to Hallam's discomfort. Refusing to accept Verity as part of the family, Hallam walks out, choosing instead to roam the neighborhood, searching for secrets to uncover. Later that night, Hallam's unease grows as he watches his father shower Verity with affection. Disgusted, he retreats to his treehouse, clinging to the belief that his mother's spirit lingers there. At dawn, he watches Lucy leave for university, unable to bid her farewell. Julius and Verity suggest Hallam move to London to learn the wine trade, hoping to keep him busy before university. Hallam refuses, determined to stay in Pebbles. But when he overhears Julius planning to send him away for the couple's privacy, Hallam's frustration boils over. Seeking solace, he visits the lake where his mother's boat sank, haunted by her mysterious death. Driven by suspicion, Hallam forces Julius to confront the past. Julius admits he had been involved with Verity before his wife's death, but insists her drowning was a suicide, influenced by sleeping pills. Hallam refuses to believe it, suspecting foul play. Back in his treehouse, he discovers vandals have defaced his mother's portrait. Though enraged, he channels his energy into uncovering the truth about her death. Sharing his suspicions with Lucy, he speculates someone caused their mother's overdose. Verity overhears their conversation and secretly reads Hallam's diary. Hallam's investigation leads him to inspect the sunken boat. He discovers a hole matching a hammer from his workshop. Verity confronts him in his treehouse, threatening to expose his spying habits. Hallam counters by accusing her of murder, pointing to the hammer as evidence. Verity denies the allegations, claiming Hallam's mother wanted to die. Their tense exchange takes a bizarre turn when Verity seduces Hallam, igniting a mix of anger, confusion, and attraction. Afterward, she warns him it's time to leave his hideout. Determined to start fresh, Hallam heads to Edinburgh. With no plan or money, he spends his first night on a rat-infested rooftop. The next morning, he spots a woman who bears a striking resemblance to his late mother. Intrigued, he follows her to the Balmoral Hotel, where she works as a manager. Pretending to seek a job, Hallam secures a position as a kitchen assistant, ensuring he can stay close to her. Her name is Kate, and her presence becomes Hallam's new obsession. Unable to resist, Hallam begins following Kate outside of work, eventually sneaking into her apartment. From her window, he notices the hotel's clock tower, a perfect vantage point to watch her undisturbed. During his exploration, he finds a photograph of Kate at her wedding, but it's clear she is no longer with her husband. His secret is almost uncovered when Kate returns home unexpectedly, forcing him to escape through the window. From the skylight, he watches her sleep, longing for a connection. At work, Hallam earns the trust of his supervisor, allowing him brief breaks to climb the clock tower. The abandoned tower offers a direct view of Kate's apartment. One day, he encounters Alistair, a senior staff member, who reminds him the kitchen is in the basement. Playing it cool, Hallam avoids suspicion and continues his routine. His dedication catches Kate's attention, and she praises his work. That night, Hallam's spying takes a turn when he sees Kate meeting Alistair, realizing he is her secret lover. Frustrated and heartbroken, Hallam shifts his focus back to his mother's death. He reports Verity to the police, accusing her of lacing his mother's coffee with sleeping pills. The officer advises Hallam to speak with his father, but Hallam insists Julius will defend Verity. Meanwhile, Alistair discovers Hallam's binoculars aimed at Kate's apartment and fires him. Hallam retaliates by blackmailing Alistair, threatening to expose his affair unless reinstated. Alistair complies, and Hallam earns a promotion, thanks to Kate's recommendation. On Hallam's 18th birthday, he joins co-workers for drinks. Kate attends, and their connection deepens. She invites him to her apartment, but Hallam admits he doesn't want a physical relationship, only to sleep beside her. Touched by his honesty, Kate agrees. The next day, Kate apologizes for her behavior, but their bond grows stronger, leading to a passionate encounter. However, Hallam's happiness is short-lived when he sees Kate arguing with Alistair. Their conflict escalates to her apartment, where Hallam intervenes. Alistair overpowers him, accusing him of spying. Kate expels Alistair and confronts Hallam, who admits she reminds him of his mother. Disturbed by his confession, Kate fires Hallam and closes her curtains, severing his ability to watch her. Desperate, Hallam pleads for a chance to explain. Kate agrees, but demands he strip away his defenses, both literally and metaphorically. She tells him she is not a reincarnation of his mother, forcing Hallam to confront his fixation. Kate allows him to stay at her apartment, and over time, they develop a genuine relationship. She takes an interest in his mother's story, even wearing her old dress to comfort him. Hallam begins to heal, finding solace in Kate's presence. Just as life seems stable, Julius and Verity visit, seeking Hallam's approval to develop the family estate. Hallam refuses, accusing Verity of manipulation. The confrontation turns ugly when Verity insults Kate, calling her a replica of Hallam's mother. Enraged, Hallam drags Verity to the lake, intending to drown her. At the last moment, his humanity prevails, and he saves her, confessing his mistake. Julius intervenes, admitting he sabotaged the boat to prevent Hallam's mother from swimming while under sedatives. He reveals he was tired of saving her, and that her death was her own choice. Hallam realizes his anger was misdirected, fueled by grief and betrayal. Returning to Edinburgh, he reconnects with Kate, who tells him he deserves someone better. Accepting her words, Hallam decides to move forward, smiling for the first time in a long while. The film concludes with Hallam embarking on a new chapter, filled with hope and purpose. While this marks the end of Hallam's deeply tumultuous journey, the lessons he learns are profound. From his obsessive need for control to his misplaced anger, Hallam's growth reflects the complexities of grief. As he lets go of his mother's shadow, he steps into a life where love, healing, and acceptance guide his choices. Kate, too, evolves, finding strength in her boundaries and compassion for Hallam's pain. Together, they form a bond that, while unconventional, speaks of redemption and the human need for connection. The scenic landscapes of Edinburgh and Pebbles, coupled with the story's raw emotional depth, create a narrative that's as visually captivating as it is thought-provoking. Hallam's transformation from a troubled young man to someone who faces his fears and flaws provides a gripping exploration of human resilience. The film leaves its audience pondering the delicate balance between love and obsession, hope and despair. As the final scenes fade, viewers are left with a message of hope, that even the most fragmented souls can find their way back to wholeness. Hallam's story, while unique, resonates universally, reminding us of the power of self-discovery and the courage it takes to confront our inner demons. It is this universal relatability that makes his journey not just a narrative, but an experience, leaving a lasting imprint on the hearts of those who witness it.